This is my review on It Chapter 2. The film goes pretty quick, runs pretty incredibly quick, even quicker than Endgame, and it's around 3 hours. So the movie heavily focused on they go by the name The Losers Club. And the Losers Club, it turns out, we find this later in the film that they have lost all memories of being when they were in Derry. And they slowly get those memories back after we see where they are as adults. And Mike calls each one of them up and tells them that it comes back, and all except one comes, and they found out that Mike didn't tell us that a killer clown came back. So they decided to pretty much bail, and one of them committed suicide, and we find the reason why he did that is later on in the third act of the film. Is because so they could get the upper hand on Pennywise, because his whole life he has lived in fear, and he figures if his whole life is in fear, he's saying this like he's gives out to each losers from the Losers Club, saying how his whole life he lived in fear, and he figures if he came with them, they would have been dead. So we see little glimpses of Pennywise. Each one of the Losers Club, except for Beverly, who I think's the girl, didn't run into Ed as kids after they finish it off, and which I didn't quite get this part in the film. Why didn't they came back to each other and tell each one the one of them that they saw Pennywise came back to toy with them? I mean, they made an oath that if ever came back, they would try to kill it again. They don't do that until they're full-grown adults. Makes no sense to me. But anyway, the film's really good. You're so emotionally invested in the film, you don't really mind. At least that's this for me. So anyway, now I had close to twice, so just keep it. So just in case, we see each one of them gets their. Mike tells you for each one to slowly get their memories and get which they value the most as a childhood memory, and we get it and get that thing, and each one of them run into Pennywise as he's toying with them, and no reason why he just didn't try to kill. I guess no reason I can think of that he can just want to try to kill them while they're separated instead of just toying with them. But it is Pennywise, the dancing clown is what he goes by. So what can you actually really expect from that? A name like that. And anyway, so he lures this kid into a ride in the form of a girl. So that's probably why he got destroyed. They got lured in because go into this little kid, it was a boy, go into this firefighter girl who one of the losers from the Losers Club tries to stop Pennywise from killing him. He literally devours the kid, and the reason why he was so eager to do this, to take the kid, is because he wants to redeem himself, because he felt like he's the reason to blame, because Pennywise told him the reason why he killed Georgie, and it's because he wasn't there. And the reason why he wasn't there was this one day he pretended to be sicker than he was because he didn't want to play with his little brother. And he explains that it's not his fault to his younger self, as Pennywise has taken the form as his younger self and his younger brother Georgie. And he says, it's not your fault. You were the greatest brother in the world, he says, and right, you just want to play with him one time. It doesn't make you a bad brother. And the gun that used, that's like a nail gun that can't work because he decided to forgive himself. This is after Pennywise has separated the Losers Club when they tried to kill him, and after he tried the wish, because the reason why the ritual doesn't work, because Bill accidentally sabotaged the ritual because he decided to carve off a piece of the artifact because those people didn't believe that they could kill it, so that's why they also decided to cut them out of the picture. And Pennywise said that was a pretty stupid thing of you, which it was. So anyway, Pennywise is now trying to go to lose the reunite and defeat Pennywise by calling him out on his bullshit, which using the power over, which while also reunite with the inner child in each one of them, and using the power and reunite this power and reunite with it by reuniting with the inner child. They healed the broken friendship that was a broken bond years ago, because one of the losers got in a fight with the other from the Losers Club, and therefore the didn't really stop smoking, and Pennywise decides to take the form of Belly, and decides to destroy with a fat kid who had a crush on Belly, and you feel both the kids and the adult connection in this film both felt equally natural feeling, which is what I wanted from the original 1990 flick. So the losers break up, and for a while, for at least 25 years. But in 25 years, they come back together and realize they gotta stick together, because losers stick together. That's the catchphrase. Losers stick together. And so after these defeat Pennywise by calling him names and calling out on the bullshit that saying he's just a clown, that he's not scared, he's just a clown in denial. And this is when Pennywise has taken the form of a spider, but unlike the 1999 flick, he actually keeps some personality. He actually keeps his personality. And when you see him starting to lose control of his and starting to get weaker with CGI that was with some glitching up and changing faces, and the CGI looks like very underdeveloped, and that scene with the head changing and stuff because it looks like this CGI is flying and glitching up. And anyway, it doesn't ruin the film completely. After so they defeat Pennywise, and they get a letter from the kid. After Beverly gets after the kid from the kid that tried killing himself early on in the film as an adult. So it comes from Gracie, and we see. Speech, great in the he makes a very great, beautiful speech in this letter. Lick my lips. And, so, anyway, the great speech says, stay true to yourself, and remember, once a loser, always a loser. And the Losers Club sticks together forever. It basically says. And it has a really happy ending where the kids ride off with their bikes. And the kids as adults are not forgetting to start memories and day like they used to, and they can't figure out it's because Pennywise is still really gone this time, or is that they have more to remember. I like to think it's both, but it's definitely they have more to remember, good things to remember this time. So that was it, and I really also how it's like not talking about the movie, I'm talking about things I like. I really like how in this film we see each one of the adults. I see how Beverly gets. I can't remember what the fat kid's name is, but they get together as adults when she remembers that he wrote that beautiful poetry letter. And I really like that. I guess this is kind of being about it. We see where all the other adults where they left off. Mike is finally leaving Derry, and one of them is working on another book, and he says he's got a good ending this time. He thinks he knows where he's going with the ending. So, and I forgot to mention, one of the losers got killed off by Pennywise, which was pretty damn sad. And so yeah, that added that to my review. All this other stuff. I just gotta say a scene I really loved, which is probably my favorite scene in the film, is when Jerry, I think his name was, he's the kid with the glasses. He has a flashback to the kid to a kid in church who tried to kill himself. Who tried to kill himself the kid that tried to kill himself as an adult. He has a flashback. Jerry has a flashback, not the kid. Jerry has a flashback to that kid in church when he says, "So I'm supposed to become a man today, but I don't feel any different. What I'm trying to say is I'm a loser, and I always will be a loser." And he just drops the mic and storms after church. And it's a pretty touch. That in the ending is the most touching scene in the film, and it is beautiful. Really gets you teared up. I feel like that scene is. The scene is filled with the movies is filled with a lot of heavyweight emotions. So it's more emotional than it is scary, which I really liked a lot. And I think that's why people hate it. Because it's more character development than just showing fear and scaring people. And I think that's why not a lot of people like this. Not a lot of people, a whole lot of people really like this film. But once it did, I'm really smart. I think smart enough to know when good quality is good quality. So yeah, I really love this film, and I give it a thumbs up. And I can't wait to watch this again. I like this more than Endgame.